Sir, unang-una, no, kamusta ba yung e-vehicle landscape natin dito sa Pilipinas? Especially sa four wheels, no? Mas dumami ba po yung mga gumagamit nito?
Well, according to the reports of LTO, the number of registered vehicles comparison from 2022 to 2023 increased by 10 to 15%. That is on the reports of Operations Division na more than about, may nasa thousands na, maabot na ng thousands yung registered e-cars in particular.
Okay.
If you're looking at the details on the electric cars, no?
Okay, sir, kasi ito nga, no, yung regulations for e-vehicles are now being planned. Gusto nila talagang ma-regulate ito kasi nga may mga different accidents ang na itatala na using e-bikes. Ano po yung masasabi mo po dito, especially sa e-bikes and e-trikes, given na gusto ng public yung e-cars pero marami ring nababad trip sa e-bikes?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. It's a good thing that it is being brought up the issue ng MMDA, LTO, at FTFRB because of the regulations that is needed para doon sa mga e-bikes and e-trikes. Kasi the main component here is the safety of the consumers and the road users, no?
Yes.
And that kailangan talaga makontrol ito. And it won't happen on in an overnight. And that hindi kaya ng LTO lang yan. Hindi kaya ng LTFRB. Kaya yan together with local government units involved.
Yes.
Kasi with regulations and yung kailangan na saan dapat dumaan ng mga sasakyan na ito, kasi ito ay medyo madami na ang number ng volume na gumagamit sa daan. Especially ginagamit to as mode of transportation pang dala sa mga bata, pang sundo, pang pamalengke. Wherein, ang problema, ang gumagamit, hindi lisensyado.
That's right.
And ang problema din doon, mas matinding problema, pag na-aksidente o nakabangga, hindi natin malaman ngayon kung kanino natin i-charge yung responsibility in case na magkaroon ng isang insidente. So, that is why makikita naman natin na tanggap na ng mga Pilipino ang electric vehicle.
Yeah.
Kaya lang, ang talagang kaya lang nila ngayon. Sa ngayon, in terms of cost, is nasa 2-wheel and 3-wheel. However, nalilimitahan pa rin tayo kasi based on Administrative Order Circulation 021-2019 ng LTO, ito yung tinatawag natin e-mobility na doesn't need to be registered.
Okay.
Kailangan niya yung baguhin niya at i-amend para magkaroon ng direksyon sa i-issue nito mga sasakyan na ito na nakaka-apekto sa daan.
Given, sir, all the issues, no, nabanggit nyo pa na sometimes may mga hindi lisensyado pa na are plying the roads, diba? For example po, sabi nga nila, yung mga motor na mga 125cc, bawal in certain roads. Bakit ang e-bike sa ngayon hindi pinapayagan? So, with all this in light, dapat ba po may separate guidelines tayo for e-bikes? Or should this cover all e-vehicles in general?
Sir, yun nga yung nabanggit ko kanina under Administrative Order 021-2019. The implementation was taken place. However, kailangan lang talagang paigtingin pa additional regulations. In particular for the local government units to impose their own rules and regulations. Kasi dito nagpapalagana po, nagpapadami ng mga sasakyan. Pangalawa is that yung pagpapalit ng pag-shift ng mga tao into electric, ginagamit na rin as mode of transportation. Yung mga e-trikes na yan, na hindi naman tama at sufisyente para masuportahan ang safety ng isang commuter.
Exactly.
So, ang nag-i-issue ng mga prangkisa at ng regulations under the local government units jurisdiction yan. So, sila dapat na magsiset up yan. So, meron ng national, kailangan lang, meron din on a local ground.
Okay, sir. Balikan ko lang yung sinabi niyo, growing numbers of e-bikes here in the Philippines. In fact, sa Caloocan lang daw, they have already recorded 18,000 of e-bikes there. And ang sinasabi po ng LTFRB dito, medyo nadidistract daw yung nag-obstruct yung modernization efforts ng government because of e-bikes. What are your thoughts on that?
Modernization program talks about four wheels, and that's e-jeeps and Euro 4 compliance, no? That is the PUB modernization program. This is different from the e-bikes and e-trikes that we're using on the road. Hindi ito connected. Ibang sangay naman ito eh. This has to be controlled by the issuance of the local government units, whether to impose or allow three-wheel vehicles, in particular for the electric, to make use sa public transportation. So it's a different scenario naman yun doon sa PUB modernization as to the three wheels and two-wheel bikes. Okay, ang tawag natin dito is last mile transportation. Yan yung mga ang naaapektuhan diyan, yung mga TODA o yung mga tricycle operators na nakaset up na sa mga different areas ng local government unit. Yan yung yun yung dapat na meron sila certain conflict on that kasi nag-comply sa requirement yung mga mga transport tricycle operators. In this different scenario naman, yung mga e-trikes na to, I don't know if it was being issued by the local government units kung meron din silang praktisa. Yun yung isang dapat na bagay na tingnan.
Okay, dito po sa issue ng may proliferation ng e-vehicles daw has become a cause for concern. Sabi po yan ni MMDA Chairman Romando Artes. Would you agree on that?
The proliferation of the electric vehicles in particular, as mentioned earlier, the developing countries can afford to buy e-bikes or e-trikes in particular because in terms of affordability and yung status po nila as to buying their own set of vehicle, nandito sa segment na ito. Ngayon, kung hindi ito mariregulate, magkakaroon ng problema ito sa industry. At the same time, kung walang sistema at walang tamang proseso, magiging magulo sa ating area. So talagang dapat magkaroon ng regulation. And in a way na yun nga yung ang pag-iisipan natin. Kaya naman nagkakaroon ng salasalabat na traffic, nagkakagulo, nagkakaroon ng aksidente because the ignorance of the law. Ini-ignore yung application ng law eh. Dapat the law provides systematic form and discipline as to road users, as to commuters,
That's right.
and as to those people who are using mode of transportation, different modes of transportation. Ito na lang, ikukumpara na lang natin. Bakit yung mga bicycle owners, disiplinado naman yung mga yan, nagbabike sila sa gilid lang. And yet, pinapayagan sila. Kasi, hindi naman sila mas malaki sa gabal, and yet, alam nila kung hanggang saan lang ang limit nila. Ito naman kasi, pinayagan to on inner roads or inner roads lang ng mga barangay o kaya sa subdivision lang. Kaya lang, inaabuso, ginagamit na sa daan, sa major roads, nasa SLEX na, kung nasaan man, na hindi na naiintindihan na bawal sila doon.
Good, Sir Edmond, kasi for future owners, yung mga nagbabalak bumili ng e-bikes or current owners, meron po ba kayong program or seminar para matrain sila how to properly use an e-bike?
Actually, sir, that's part and parcel of our association that kami ang naglabi for the EVIDA Law, Electric Vehicle Industry Development Act, and that we are part of the technical working group of CREVI or Comprehensive Roadmap of Electric Vehicles Industry under the Department of Energy. What we're doing right now is to educate each and every consumer and people who are interested to take the lead or shifting into electric. So, meron kaming mga programa na pinaplano na namin as part of our activities. 1-year plan ito aside from our annual EV Summit na ginagawa namin, like for this year, October 24 to 26 yung gagawin namin, para ma-educate and maturuan yung mga tao concerned as to make use of electric vehicles.
Okay. Saan po nila pwedeng makita yung information regarding dun sa mga nabanggit nyo earlier, mga programs and seminars that will be available for those who are interested to use e-bikes or electric vehicles?
Would like to check on our website, evap.com.ph, and our Facebook and Instagram account, Electric Vehicle Association of the Philippines, for you to check on our activities and programs that discusses and on all forms of education, especially like for next month, our fire prevention month. Ito naman ang topic namin is how to application on fire prevention on electric vehicles.
Okay.
Paano natin susugpuin pagka nagkakaroon ng sunog ang isang electric vehicle.
All right. With that, thank you very much, Edmond Naraga, President of Electric Vehicle Association of the Philippines.